Four men, three of which are former NWA World Heavyweight Champions. Tim Storm, the rock upon which the Lightning One era is built. Jack Stane, a most dangerous and versatile opportunist. Trevor Murdoch, who's seized with rage at what has been lost and yet to be won. And as for the other, an unlikely return to a sport that still calls Mr. Burchill forth for gold. So what's in a match? Pride? Bragging rights? The chance to say that my team bested yours? Or is there another story? Part past? Part future? Because to compete in the National Wrestling Alliance, you must bring it with force every single contest in a ring where legends are made and forged.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Hour of Power podcast. I am your co-host, Sickly Knighton, joined by Trey and fucking finally Justin. Trey, how you doing, brother?
I'm doing great. I'm doing a little bit better than you tonight. You got the old Wisconsin cough.
Fucking remind me.
Here it goes. Yep, there it goes.
Shut up.
And how are you doing tonight, Justin? Do you have any kind of cold or cough or sickness?
I am totally 100%, and I do not have a cold or sickness, but it is cold in Germany.
You don't get sick a lot, do you?
No, I didn't really get sick, honestly.
You know what I think it is? It's because me and you smoke cigarettes, and that's what keeps us healthy.
Touche.
Dude,
we do not animate for somebody to start smoking, so
No.
don't do that shit. That's why I'm vaping. I'm fucking trying to quit this.
I'm being
so
sarcastic. It is, yeah. I've cut back to 1 pack a week, so I'm doing way better. So, yeah, let's jump into this NWA show because I thought this was a better show this week than last week.
Oh god, yeah. The intro focused on the main event of the evening and the four participants: Tim Storm, Jack Stane, Trevor Murdoch, and Paul Burchill, basically just stating that Tim Storm, Jack Stane, and Trevor Murdoch are all former NWA World Heavyweight Champions. And then you have Paul Burchill, who not only is making his debut in the ring in the NWA, but is sort of the outcast of the four.
Yes, and I am embarrassed because I saw this live and had no idea that was Paul Burchill because he looks different from his WWE run or anything I've seen him in recently. So I had no idea. I was like, why is Knox not out here teaming up with Trevor Murdoch? I was very confused, but it all kind of made sense for me.
Mm-hmm. You still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, okay. It just cut out all of a sudden.
Oh,
all right. Oh, by the way, whoever or whatever that intro music was, oh, dude, that was so good.
Right?
Are you talking about the intro music to Power or just the
intro, like when they were talking about the build up? That was really good.
Yeah.
And whatever the intro song for Powerrr is, I need to find that.
I messaged somebody today about it, like, because I couldn't find it. I Googled it and still couldn't find it. So it's a song by, of course, Smashing Pumpkins called, I want to say it's Witch, but it's spelled really, really ridiculous. After we get off the air, I will send you the song. But he says Samhain in it several times in the chorus, but he calls it Samhain. Okay,
yeah. He went over that in an
interview that he got the name wrong.
Mm-hmm.
He said it wrong in the song,
yeah.
But it's a good song.
All right, we're gonna move on. Match number 1, we have him finally on a fucking episode of Powerrr. The NWA Television Champion Mims versus Carson Drake.
Yes.
Carson was getting thrown around like a rag doll in this match.
Carson was like really chewing out whoever takes care of the scarf. Like he was just talking down to her, and the crowd there wasn't having it. That had their full attention. Like, mess his scarf up, just stuff like that, messing with him a little bit.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Everybody really enjoyed watching him get his ass kicked.
I definitely did. It was nice to see Mims back on TV. It was nice to see him defend that world television title. Because it's been since we've seen him on in any sort of match?
It's been a while. That would be my my New Year's resolution would be like, let's get more of the television champion on here, if not weekly. I want to be sick of seeing the world television champion. So world television champion should be on television.
Yeah,
right?
you would think,
Exactly.
yeah, because it's been what? He won the title and then saw Wim, and that was it. That's about all I've seen him on since, consistently watching NWA. So it's like, come on, guys, let's get our TV champ on some more TV.
And real fast before Justin comments on this match, I noticed in commentary they brought up the fact that Mims is thinking about, trading in his television title for a world title shot. I found that pretty interesting. So I don't know if that's kind of a hint of things to come. Was that a Billy Corgan call? Wanted them to actually go out of their way to say that. I don't know. I thought that was interesting.
Well, he did post on social media that this was title defense number 1 of 7. So apparently 7's the magic number for the television championship in order to cash it in for the world title. But
I like that.
7
The
title
lucky
defenses.
7 rule.
Yeah, lucky number 7. But, can he make 7? I surely fucking hope so. But, this is only
if
number
he has
1.
to face Max the Impaler, I mean, you never.
No.
Don't bring that bad juju on Mims, dude. That's bad. That's evil.
Justin, what'd you think?
I think it was a dope matchup to see. I mean, this was a nicely built up for Mims having his nicely and done world television title reign, and I really do hope so that he's gonna get the lucky 7 on there because I want to see EC3 versus Mims for the world title. So NWA, please, please, please keep him more on screen because I'm a huge mark for Mims.
Oh, what about the X-Men gear? Oh my God! If you watched X-Men in the mid '90s, like me, the X-Men's cartoon, it's like he had the tights of the old X-Men stuff. Please, anybody, does anybody watch the old X-Men's cartoon?
Trey, I have to disappoint you. I'm a 99 boy, and I apparently do not watch X-Men.
No X-Men.
Trey, despite me being a 98 child, I do know what the X-Men cartoons are. And
Okay.
I did watch them, and I did recognize. I was like, hey, X-Men, X-Mims, I like it. And not gonna lie, that blue on him actually kind of looks pretty fucking sharp. Mims, you need to rock that more often, dude.
I mean, just break out some Wolverine claws with it. Why not?
Yeah, fuck it. I'm sure you can buy some on the internet.
Oh, I thought it was pretty awesome. But yeah, Mims picking up the victory here and reminding everybody why he's the world television champion. I want to see Mims versus the Thrill Billy. I don't know. That match would fucking slap, dude. God.
That has to be a pay-per-view match.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
That cannot be a TV match. Because the TV matches go too short. That match would be a fucking...
I don't mind a big TV match, but it would be cool just to see it built for like 2 or 3 weeks. And then, it just gives you something to really look forward to. And then you pop, pretty good number on that show, I would think.
I mean, yeah, I feel like those two men could have such a damn good match. It could be a 30-minute. I'd love to see them in an hour-long Broadway.
Yeah.
Oh, give me an hour-long Broadway with those two.
They kill each other.
Oh, my God. But, hey, speaking of Thrill Billy, promo number 1 of the night, Kyle Davis is alongside with Thrill Billy, and Thrill Billy has a little bit of an announcement. He introduces Devin Dixon to the fold. Devin thanks everyone. I've never heard of Devin Dixon, but him and Thrillbilly go back a while.
Mm-hmm.
Thrillbilly
Traveling down the road.
Thrillbilly talked about his leg injury from 2 years ago and how Devin pulled Thrillbilly through it when Thrillbilly was ready to quit. So he promised there were 3 things he wanted to accomplish: get a job with the NWA, win gold, and get his friend Devin a job with the NWA. And the announcement was the national the national title will be on the line. Thrillbilly versus Devin Dixon.
Ooh.
And I had no idea who he was then.
Yeah,
I
have no idea, but it's
oh man, he has got a epic mullet.
Yeah, I will say.
this,
I was like, damn.
Like, oh, man.
And then he had the Hooters jacket with all the other advertisements like Napa and some. Must be like a race car.
Race car driver?
Well, it must be like a race car driver's jacket or something like that.
Okay, Bob Holly up in this bitch.
Oh my God, Thermal Sparky Plug, shut up.
Justin, what'd you think of this, man?
What I'm thinking about is that I'm kind of thrilled about this match. Thrillbilly, he proves more and more why he is the NWA national champion, not the national television champion. Even though it would be cool to have like a national television championship, but it's just me being like, oh, what if this, what if that? But anyways, what is your early predictions about who could win this match? Without any given spoilers, please.
I don't think Trey saw this one, but anyway, I'm going with Thrillbilly.
I did see this one, so I can't really comment.
Oh, okay. I didn't think.
Oh,
that
well,
this
look
one was
at
on.
you!
Yeah,
TV taping, fancy pants.
Yes,
Mr.
That's what I told you. I saw this guy's mullet, and I had no idea who he was. But I was like, all right, I'm into this match. But I lean over and I'm like, dude, this is like the craziest mullet I've ever seen. Like, it's all I could think about the whole entire match. I'm like, this mullet, Jesus.
Well, hey, at least
You'll see what I'm talking about next week.
Well, at least he left a lasting impression on you.
He did. I mean, it is like, I don't know, something from the mid '80s, like mullet, like or late '80s. I'm sorry, something like that. Whew, man,
business in the front, impressive. Party in the back. Oh,
exactly,
yeah, baby.
Yeah. Beautiful waterfall in the back. Yep.
All right.
Something else.
Well, we're going to move on to match number 2. And I have to say, this by far was probably the match of the night for me. Tom Latimer and Camille versus Brian Idol and Natalia Markova. The announcers actually kind of poked fun at Mr. Brian Idol, saying Mercurio is Brian Idol's cousin.
What about the information today about Camille leaving the NWA at the beginning of the year?
Oh, that we could talk about later on tonight here on the How of Power podcast.
Oh, okay. I don't want to spoil anything then.
I was about to say, why don't we just address it now?
Yeah. Her match.
Okay.
Why not?
Yeah. So let's get into that first. Honestly, I think Camille leaving the NWA is kind of a good thing, kind of a bad thing. I'm in the middle of it because there's more opportunity out there for Camille to make herself known and let her shine. But I think with Camille being such a stalwart in the NWA, I think it may hurt them a little bit in the long run, but over time, I think it will.
Cornerstone.
Yeah, she is.
In the Billy Corgan era, she's a cornerstone. She held the title for a very long time. She's, when you're going to look for advertisers, she's the type that you want, on your roster. It's not a good thing. It's not a terrible thing. I don't, I'm not saying, NWA just can't survive without her. No, that's not what I'm saying at all. it could actually be a good thing for her. I don't, are her and Tom Louder, are they married?
Yes, they are.
Okay. Well, it could
Oh,
be a good thing for her husband. It could kind of, she casts kind of a shadow over him a little bit, in my opinion. And I'm not taking anything away from him. He's very talented. He's main event talent. And I enjoyed his feud with EC3. But Camille is such a huge, huge star. This could be really good for him with her going somewhere else. But I mean, at the same time, if he steps down and goes with her, that's a nice package deal for somebody.
Yeah, it's that double-edged sword. It's like, it's good for her and it's good for Tom, but in the end, I think it might hurt them a little bit for a while because they've got a lot of powerful women on there, and they've got a lot of women that are very, very good.
Mm-hmm.
But she's the one that you want to make somebody.
Well, they've certainly really pushed Max. Max is like unstoppable as right now. They even teased her, facing the men. So, she's kind of took that role, whereas Camille was kind of, known for that, I would almost say. But now I would say Max definitely, has took that kind of over as just unstoppable, unbeatable. So you do have her. Kenzie Page is also, she's super over. So yeah, they're, Samantha Starr is growing on me as well. And we'll talk about this women's match here in a little bit, but I thought they worked a pretty good match.
Indeed, I have to agree with both of you here. I mean, Camille leaving NWA could be hurting a little bit, but as I know from NWA, they're gonna keep things up as they is supposed to be. Camille being then a free agent, I would say this could be a huge name in their business because we don't know who is gonna sign Camille. Is it gonna be WWE, AEW, ROH, New Japan? Hell, I could see that she's going to Impact Wrestling and maybe feuding with Trinity over there, even though she doesn't really belong in Impact Wrestling Trinity. But anyways, this is not NWA theme. But
Sky's the limit.
exactly. And I would say like this, Camille had made a great, great job building up the women's division in the NWA locker room. It's sad to see her go, but sometimes if you need to move, then you have to move. As they always says, you need to stop when it's about to be good.
You need to stop when it's about to be good.
I'm sorry. All good things must come to an end.
Oh, okay. That is a good. Yeah, that is a.
Yeah,
I've heard that.
I'm kind of fuck things up here, so
No,
don't
okay.
mind me today.
Hey, I'm super impressed that you're from Germany and you're this. You speak English this good, which you actually said is your native tongue, correct?
Yeah, my native tongue is German. That
Okay.
at the moment, but when I start speaking, like in the first 5 years of my 24 years, I started first with English, then transitioning over to German. It's about the all native, native gents that I have from my father. So yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, yeah. To review that though, just talking about the Camille thing, she's ready to move on. And who's to say they can't create another Camille? I mean, good grief! That she made her name in NWA, and we'll see what happens.
Yep.
Exactly, but
she gets the win here. That's what I was like, huh? But yeah.
I do if I may start this here, I do pretty love the heel work from Tom Latimer and Camille uh, against the face team here, because you can see, like, okay, does that chick have stood a chance against Camille, a former NWA Women's World Champion? The obviously answer is no, but with dirty tricks here. But also, I've come to this point that I'm gonna say yes, ladies and gentlemen. Earlier on that night, this is my power match of the week, because I was so entertained from this match. I was full focused about this match, and it has everything in it. Funny moments. I don't know if I can say this here. The beef fight, and like this whole teamwork with the men's, the women's, and the ending was so great that I have to give my purchase power match of the week.
Knighton, what do you think?
This match was actually, like I stated earlier, it was a very, very solid match. It was my favorite match of the night. Camille and Natalia start off, and it just ends up in a whole hair pulling. Both Brian and Tom get in the ring, try to separate the women, and then the women decide, you know what? Let's let the men fight. Camille and Natalia let Brian and Tom go at it for a bit, and Brian actually had a very nice showing in here. And then the women come back in, and Natalia Markova was actually holding her own. And this isn't the first encounter that they've had. You know, they've fought prior times, so actually over the NWA Women's World Title too. So
yes,
yeah,
this was a fun little match, no doubt.
And just the back and forth and the fun and just everything that was going on in this match, I thoroughly enjoyed it. Tom was getting his ass kicked by both Brian and Natalia.
Yeah.
Tom was freaking rolling around like a rag doll half the time, and it's like, damn, dude.
Yeah, he's great at selling, man.
But I will say this though, I did like the ending. Camille with that sneaky tag on Tom, and Natalia was like, "Oh, Tom's down." Goes for the pin, and the ref's like, "He's not the legal person. Sorry to break it to you." Brian gets in. Brian kind of gets his wits about him, stands in front of Camille, and then pays for it a little bit with kick to the mommy daddy button.
Oh,
yeah, that hurt a little bit. Yeah, I was like, ooh, yep.
This is the second week in a row we're talking about the mommy daddy button.
That's what I call it. We should put that on a t-shirt. The mommy daddy button.
I like it.
And Camille gets a roll up on Natalia, and that's 1, 2, 3, and Camille and Tom pick up the victory.
NWA's number one power couple for now.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed.
All right. We're gonna move on with promo number 2 of the night. May Valentine is backstage with Joe Alonzo. Joe Alonzo talks about his matchup next week with Alex Misery. How Joe doesn't need the paint or fancy clothes to show himself off. And Joe offers to take Alex and put him out of his misery. Very clever but cheeky way of playing off on the name, but Joe kind of got his point across. What did you guys think of it?
Justin, go ahead.
I'm sorry, I was doing something while you all talking here. Where are we at again?
Oh my fucking god! May Valentine, Joe Alonzo, pay attention.
Oh, who's gonna be the spectacular thing, right?
Oh my god, no!
What now?
You know what? Until you get focused, you're fucking staying silent on this one. Trey, what'd you think of the promo?
God damn it.
I thought it was decent. You always get it. If it's good. I'm sorry. Very good, solid promo here. I don't know What is
Joe
your-
Alonso.
Billy,
Oh,
okay.
no, shut up, Justin.
No. Let him speak.
No,
Go ahead.
no, he lost his place. He lost his right to
Hey,
speak.
I'm done. I'm done.
Listen. I know you hate Germans, so go and know your place.
How do I hate Germans when I literally do a German impression about 90% of the time when I'm with
All
you?
right. All right.
Shut up. All right. Now
Jesus.
you know what? We'll move on. Now, Justin, is where you can get your moment to speak. Segment 1, who wants to be a spectacular? And they talk
Oh
about
no.
Tyler Midas.
Oh.
Oh, poor Tyler. He didn't have the touch.
Nope.
Other than he got touched and beat the unholy hell out of last week.
You think they listened to the podcast and said, you know what? These guys don't believe it either.
Well, once they took the big fat L, I think they understood.
Not Ronaldo.
No,
Jeez.
but
Ronaldo.
Tyler might. But as a whole, the Spectaculars took a big fat L, and if you caught it, Billy stated, if you don't win this next match that you've got, you're out of the NWA for a while.
Budget
Ooh.
cuts.
Budget.
There they are, fans. The budget cuts.
Fucking dirt sheets.
This is such good shit, god damn it.
Corgan saying that.
But I do have to say this though. Billy stated that, he tried to reach out to other people, and the 3 that they originally had interviewed felt so disrespected at the fact that they took Tyler Midas that they didn't want to be a part and take another shot at being a spectacular. And then Billy states, yeah, we tried to reach out to other people and nobody wanted to be a spectacular. And then this is where I got pissed and called bullshit. Where's Kara, damn it?
We need her on the podcast. You know what? We're gonna say it right here. We're gonna invite her to be on the podcast next week.
Oh,
Give her the
shit.
10 count. If she doesn't show up, then I don't know. She doesn't lose anything. I don't know.
Yeah,
Does she lose?
We'll just give
I
her
don't
crap
know.
for not coming on.
She doesn't
Yes.
lose her sanity for an hour while we record and yammer on about random bullshit. Ooh.
It's gonna be like, so
I mean,
emotional.
I could do all you a favor and speak next week German for the next 60 minutes.
No.
That would be a lot of editing for me that I do not want to do.
I mean, especially to piss you off, I will do it.
Can I kick him out of the recording? Damn it. I
No.
can't. All right. Well, anywho, Slade then appears.
Mhm.
I think Rush popped a little bit of a chub when Slade was talking. All-American athlete in all these sports. And
Even
then
the wrestling headgear on.
yeah, and then Rolando asked if, he had the sex appeal. And we need to start this hashtag, Slade the Dick Dancer. She's like, what do I look like? A dick dancer to you? I was like, Slade the Dick Dancer. That's his new name
He
for
needs a
me.
t-shirt that says that.
I know.
Why does Slade fucking reminds me of Josh Alexander from Impact Wrestling?
Because of the headgear.
Yeah, the headgear.
I believe so. I mean, hell, Trey, why don't you auditioning for the Spectaculars? We still want to have you there.
Week.
Damn it.
I've seen the other people, the fans that have sent in videos. Nobody's beaten Kara, including me. And I did try out. I showed you a picture online. We've talked about
That doesn't count. You
That was sucking
photoshopping
in
your
there,
face
okay?
on Chris Farley's body.
Yeah. Yeah, that
Okay.
Trey,
No, it was
honestly,
damn it.
real.
Honestly, though, if Trey and Justin were to do a Spectaculars, it would legitimately be like Patrick Swayze and Chris Farley. And I already have who's Chris Farley in mind. Justin.
Do we have this whole caption again from Jesus Christ? Can we just please move on?
Nope.
Yeah, I don't want to be a spectacular. I mean, no offense to, I love the spectaculars, and I want the spectaculars to succeed. But I am not spectacular enough to be in the spectaculars. How about that?
Well,
but
I mean,
next week we will have Kara on, and Kara should be a spectacular, especially if they want sex bill, because they're not going to get it with the. Okay, they should bring her on to valet, and then they should bring on Rush's boy, Mr. Headgear, and there you go, winning formula. You heard it here first on the Hour of Power podcast.
Hello, friends. Welcome back to NWA Power. We're taping this earlier today. Can you be quiet? Because I'm trying to shoot a television show. It's Who Wants to Be a Spectacular? I can't believe he's very upset, and it's hard to focus right now. You picked Mr. Midas. It didn't go very well. We have him here to kind of a post-match interview. Rolando, you go first. Let's break down this process because the fans want to know how this is working out. They're fully invested in this narrative that you have going on because I want you here. I think the whole world wants a future for the Spectacular. So let's just jump right in after you.
All right, Mr. Midas. You impressed me. I gotta say, man, you blew me away. You blew me away, man. Congratulations.
But wait, I don't think he got one offensive move in the match. Look, I think the kid has a future. Don't get me wrong. But if you're looking for someone who's going to keep your spot, it didn't go well. What were your thoughts on that?
I want to be a future World Tag Team Champion, and I don't see it happening with Midas. I'm sorry.
I think that says a lot. I'm not going to tell you what to do, but what do you want to do here?
I would like to call Burchill and ask if he would come back and be the Spectacular I need, the partner I need. I just don't think you can make the cut.
Rolando, what do you think about this?
Gonna have to let him go, I guess.
All right. Good luck to you, Mr. Midas. I'm getting some word here. I would like to roll on. This is good television. Unfortunately, all the 4 applicants that we had, obviously Mr. Midas being one of them, are now disqualified because he's now been fired by you, and the other 3 have said they have never felt so humiliated, and they would be a Spectacular if you paid them, and you were the last tag team on Earth.
It's a little harsh.
Now, I went back through the applications. I contacted some of the other people that I thought might. They all said no, except this one young gentleman. So it's kind of a Hail Mary because if this doesn't work, I don't really know where we go. I think you guys are going to have to leave the NWA for a while, get your act together. But let's just take this opportunity. So let's meet this last, I guess, final applicant for Who Wants to Be a Spectacular.
My name is Slade, an All-American athlete. Football, basketball, baseball, and wrestling. And I came here to the NWA to turn you guys into winners.
That is what I like to hear.
Did you?
All-American, winning.
I don't know what God you pray to, but whoever he or she is, or they are, they just granted you a miracle. I'm almost afraid to ask Rolando because are you feeling this, young man?
Okay, Mr. Slade, let me ask you something. Do you think that you could pass the airport test?
Elaborate, please.
Okay, so you're a wrestler, you're an All-American athlete, but do you have that it factor, the charisma, the sex appeal that the Spectaculars are looking for? Do you think you have what it takes to be a star in entertainment?
Do I look like a dancer to you? Do I look like all these guys that you just interviewed that look like the guys should be changing the oil in my car? No. I passed the airport test because I'm the total package.
Rolando, let's just vote. I think the vote will be some indication of your inner fears and feelings. Rolando? A 2.
I just don't think he's a star, but I gotta respect the brashness. I gotta respect that.
Okay, well, I completely disagree because I am giving him a 10. This is exactly what we need.
I'm going to go 8. I mean, he looks the part, he talks the part, but of course, we have to really see the in-ring product here. Okay, we're back to a 1-1. I mean, I'm an advisor in this situation. I'm trying to steer this ship, listing as it is. That's for your nautical fans. What do you think?
We have no other options, and this is, like he said, it's a gift from God. This is exactly what we need.
TV time's running. Make your decision.
Only thing we got, so sure.
Okay, but I'm going to put you on the record right now. This is your guy. If you don't win your next match, you're out.
Just him, right?
No, both of you. Although he might stay.
I have faith in him, I honestly.
All right. Match number 3. Tiffany Nieves versus Ruthie J. What'd you think of this match, Trey?
This match, I thought this is probably going to be my match of the night, honestly. I thought Ruthie J once again a lot better than I thought she was going to be. Not that I'm not saying this is a 5-star matchup or anything, but they impressed me. They wowed me because I wasn't expecting anything from it. I thought both women worked really, really hard. I think that Ruthie J walking away with the L here was quite the upset. But they did interview her opponent last week, and they seem to be setting her up pretty nice. So, yeah, I like this matchup. I thought it was cool. The submission thing, I guess they're just trying to get over their submission holds because it was just kind of out of left field. And I mean, they announced it last week. Don't get me wrong, but why are they having a submissions match? That's kind of I was kind of perplexed by that. But overall, I think it was just to get over her submission hold. And yeah, great little matchup, and they seem to be building this women's division quite nice.
Justin, what say you?
I honestly saw neither of those both winners for like a couple of times. I saw them for the first time, and I must honestly say, good first impression here. I do want to see more. So I'm kind of stoked about what both women's gonna bring for this women's division. Maybe being the next one who gets beaten by Maxi and Planner. I don't know. Could be possibly, or maybe against Kenzie Page. Could be possibly, but first, good impression here.
Impaler, Justin. Impaler.
Impaler.
There you go.
Stop disrespecting that German here.
Hey, they've built her very, very good. They've got 3 women that are just like they're built very, very good. The way they've been booked, very strong. But it's time to start building some other females as well, especially if Camille is leaving. You've got to build up this division, and I think that's what they have in mind. And we're seeing a lot of new women come up, and that's great. Of course, Knighton not being a big fan of Big Mama from last week. Justin, you missed that.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I was not a fan. Although, here's what I will say about this match. Tiffany Nieves and Ruthie J put on a damn good showing. If it wasn't for Camille and Tom, Brian Idol and Natalia Markova, I think this would have been my match of the night. Both women had a very, very excellent showing. And I might sound like a broken record when I come on here and say, all these matches were, I truly mean it. These matches were great. Tiffany did a fantastic job with targeting Ruthie's left arm.
Mm-hmm.
And that was why the submission came up.
Story of the match. Yeah,
arm bar just looked fucking brutal.
Indeed.
I'm sorry, as someone who's been put in a lot of submission holds over the years when I studied martial arts and all this, like judo, jiu-jitsu, kempo and whatnot, I know what these feel like. And I'm sorry, that, no. I would tap out before you even got it locked in. And the fact that Ruthie J held on to as long as she did, my hat's off to Ruthie, but both of these women put on a damn good showing.
Yeah, I was surprised watching this match at the tapings. I was thinking I just thought they were, going to give Ruthie J maybe a rehab win because again, I didn't see the interviews. So I was quite surprised. I remember actually sitting next to Kara and telling her, "Whoa, that's an upset," and Kara agreed with me. Kara needs to be on the podcast next week, and we're going to annoy her until she eventually comes on the podcast.
So yeah, so I can finally ask when NWA Germany.
Well, how is she gonna know that?
How the fuck? She doesn't have any say in that.
Yeah, or know anything like that.
I mean, I would start doing a campaign. Bring NWA to Germany. Hashtag bring NWA to Germany. Go on X. Go on Instagram. Tag the Hour of Power podcast everywhere you go and text this hashtag. Bring NWA to Germany. We need that. We deserve that.
I think I've got a better shot at getting NWA in Wisconsin before you get it in Germany, pal.
Hey, at least Germany is gonna get the WWE pay-per-view. Damn it.
Yes, I've heard about that too.
All right.
They're going everywhere. Right
we gonna move on next. Promo number 3. Mae Valentine is backstage with the slime balls.
All right, slime balls have got their fame from CZW. I was told that this week in a chat. I did not. Yes, so we might have to do a little bit of research on the slime balls, but they're growing on me, man. They're so corny and stupid. I love it.
Listen, there's a level of corny and stupid that I like. This is over the limit. Literally, all I wrote was, once again, they're back. What the fuck?
I got to see him in action, too.
Oh, my. I literally skipped over this. I was like, nope, I'm
come on. It's just more, slime ball puns and, it's slime time, stuff like that.
What? I think I skipped over it. What, it was like 1:30? Yeah, that would have been 1:30 that I would have never gotten back. I'm trying to enjoy this life.
I'm telling you, man.
Honestly, better wasting 90 seconds of that promo instead of wasting 90 seconds of Double M's promo in Elite.
Oh, jeez.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Sorry, shots fired.
Anywho, I think they talked about their match. I'm not entirely sure. They kind of briefly went over it and then went on their little tirade. I don't know. I hope they get their ass kicked next week. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, we're going to move on to promo number 4. Kyle Davis is at the podium with Kenzie Page and Pretty Security.
Oh, my favorite thing on NWA at the moment. Pretty empowered and the securities. I freaking love this stable. It's just like when I became a huge sim for Alexa Bliss. Congratulations, by the way, to Alexa Bliss. She just became a mother 2 days ago. Oh, huge props on that. Sorry, the fan came out. But Kylie Page shows why she is the NWA Women's World Championess. And I don't see that somebody could reach the bar on her. So,
Justin. It's Kenzie,
what?
Not Kylie. Kylie's tag champ.
Shit.
I think we need to put
I was so into that shit.
She's great. They had her at the merch table. That's pretty much all they had was her shirt. It was. I mean, a lot of people were wearing it too. So she's super, super over. She's such a dick heel that she's like almost over as a baby face, if that makes sense.
You hate to love her and you love to hate her.
Yeah, there you go.
But people love her.
I mean, that reminds me of my trip to Cologne. Every second wrestling fan wears a Rhea Ripley t-shirt. Every second. If you're gonna walk in, this person has a shirt, that person has a shirt, that person has a shirt. Out of the almost 9,000 people who was there, I think every second person, minimum 50% of them had a Rhea Ripley shirt on. And I do believe this is just simple like that. Kenzie Page is a heel that gets over by the fans because she is doing that fucking great.
I totally agree. Can we talk about when they go to these breaks and they go NW National Wrestling Alliance.com, National Wrestling Alliance.com.
That was fucking weird.
Look, I think we can make them a better commercial. We're gonna make them a better commercial.
Let's do it.
Indeed.
I think
Also,
we gotta get
we
some.
need to have a Hour of Power podcast commercial on NWA Power. We need it.
Huh?
We deserved it.
Not really.
Because we are
No,
the
they
only
feel like-
NWA Power podcast on Spotify that we're doing this each and every single week. So, Billy Corgan, do us a favor and put us in a commercial at Power.
Billy Corgan, do me a favor and ignore Justin.
No, don't ignore me.
Wait. You're not even listening. Never mind.
Stop disrespecting such Germans here. Oh.
Hey, he's trying to operate on a budget. You already said that. He's doing the Moneyball effect. That's going to be expensive to go over there. Only WWE has the money to do that. And TK, I guess.
Anyways.
I don't know. Keep shooting for the stars, buddy. I could see it. I could see NWA going there. That would be pretty cool, actually.
Right?
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
You would
The
have to
whole
cut-
entire podcast.
You would have to cover it.
I don't think you would. But anywho, let's get to the promo at hand here, gentlemen. Shall we? Shall we?
Yes.
Kenzie Page stating that Samantha Starr, that's giving her too much credit. So Sammy it is, huh? It's not Sammy's time, however. And Kenzie Page, easy for me to say, fuck, is going to bring hell to Sarasota. Now, I will state this. I still want to know more of what the hell was going on last week with Samantha Starr. They never really fully went into that.
Yeah, they didn't even talk about that. A couple of things they didn't really talk about. EC3 winning the Ohio Valley World Champion, that doesn't make any sense. The Ohio Valley Heavyweight Championship. They didn't really, touch on that as well. I thought there could have been some edited footage where it just kind of reviewed that. Just a 2-minute video package, just kind of talking about that. Maybe they do that next week. I kind of hope. But yeah, I was surprised they didn't talk about that either. The attack from last week. Yeah,
I want to know more about that. What's Samantha's mindset behind that? What was the causation for it? There's more to be answered, and I guess we're just not gonna get those answers right away.
No, that's what I'm assuming. Or it may just be one of those things where we're dropping this. No. Yeah. And wrestling has been known to do that.
Yes, it has definitely.
Sometimes it could happen, sometimes it could not happen. Sometimes if you think when is this gonna happening? It's probably gonna happening never.
We'll know later, I guess.
Exactly.
But we're gonna move on to our main event of the evening.
Ooh.
Tim Storm and Jax Dane versus Murdoch and Burchill. Justin, we're going to throw it to you. What did you think of this match?
It was an interesting match, I would say. I did not like the DQ finish there, honestly, but I kind of get what they're doing here, especially with Trevor Murdoch possibly turning heel here. And I do want to see more of Trevor Murdoch's deployment here. Otherwise, it was a pretty dope match here. I mean, that was the first time in like long time that I see Paul Burchill. Uh, don't ask me about my language here because I'm German and that's why I can't speak it out here so pretty damn well. Anyways, and having two former world champions team up here, I always love to see Tim Storm in the ring. That is the first and important point here. I think the Nick Aldis and Tim Storm feud was an instant classic there back in the very first Power seasons. And having like Jack Stane, a true super heavyweight, teaming up with Tim Storm, I would say, veteran heavyweight, is a perfect match for Trevor Murdoch and Butcher. However, the finish was kind of interesting. I do want to see why Trevor Murdoch used the steel chair and hit the referee for the disqualification.
It is very interesting. I found this match to be pretty cool. I think it was a backdrop for their, storytelling more with Trevor Murdoch, and also, positioning Tim Storm and Jax with a win for their first tag match. But, at the same time, they didn't want to bury Murdoch or, Paul coming in. I thought this match was good. I didn't like the ending too well, but kind of looking back hindsight, I really felt like it's, or I really feel like it's just a backdrop for a story they're trying to tell with Murdoch. If, is he dissatisfied with those, with what happened at Salwin, to the point where he blames the officials or, people in the back or something like that. Also, where was Mike Knox? I have no idea. I want to know what happened with that.
They stated on commentary that he was
Okay.
out rehabbing an injury,
Okay.
apparently.
I figured that when I was watching this match live, I looked at Logan. I was like, man, I guess Knox is out with an injury. That's the only thing I could come up with. But yeah, okay, so that makes a lot more sense. But yeah, I think they're trying to tell a different story with Murdoch, possibly a singles run, and I'm pretty happy that they're turning him heel. I like it's what do they call it, a fresh coat of paint on his character a little bit, and keeps him relevant. Keeps us talking about it. We want to know what's going on. Like, why did he hit the ref? What's going to happen going forward? And is he staying in the tag division, or is it a thing where he's going to go after the world title again?
I do want to see him in the world title picture again, honestly.
Well, it depends how long Knox is out, but yeah, absolutely. Murdoch, man, he can go for his size. And I like
exactly.
He's so unique, man. I hate it when people are like, "Oh, look at look at that person, look at that person." I'm like, it's usually a fat wrestling fan who's body shaming a wrestler. Look, we all look different. We all have different body shapes. That just makes the fan identify with that person more. Maybe the damn overweight, 40-something-year-old man sees Murdoch like I like this guy. He reminds me of myself. You know what I'm saying? I'll tell you what, with all those guys in the ring, I would not mess with Jax Dane, Tim Storm, or any of those dudes. Those dudes are like, whew, they're brutal. They're big, heavy hitters. And that's what I enjoyed about this match. I remember probably my favorite spot was when Jax had Paul in the what does he call it? It's pretty much a camel clutch, but he had the camel clutch on him.
Trap City.
Murdoch comes in the ring, kicks him in the face. He no-sells it and just releases the hold. I thought that was like crazy. I was like, damn, what a tough ass motherfucker. Take a boot to the face and no-sell that for Murdoch. Whew. And he didn't look like he pulled it back. But yeah, that was my takeaway from this match. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry.
I'm done.
I had my mic muted, didn't realize it. Yeah, this match was actually quite fun to watch. I will say this though, Storm and Murdoch being technical wrestlers was not on my bingo card for tonight's episode of Power.
That's how, that's
Um,
how it started out, and I was even the commentating team were like, what is going on here?
they're like, we weren't expecting this.
It'd be like Brock Lesnar and Bobby Lashley start like getting into wrist locks and headlocks and stuff. It's like, whoa, what's going on?
Yeah.
But yeah, it didn't take long for them to really get into it. Go ahead.
And then Tim and Burchill, once Burchill got in the match, Tim and Burchill were just throwing piss missiles at each other. You could hear bam, bam. And I was like, ugh, that sounds painful. Burchill looked really solid in this, though.
Yeah, and I'm glad they're keeping him on the roster.
I'm so happy for Paul Burchill. He's getting an opportunity to shine on a bigger platform because after 2008, you really didn't hear Paul Burchill much, and apparently he's been a 3 or 4 time OVW world champion, if I remember that correctly.
Yes, I do believe so.
So it's good to see him back in the spotlight. Good to see him back on a national wrestling show where he can show his abilities.
Yeah, I thought he did really well here. I like the respect angle.
Yeah, I thought that was really nice at the end. I thought there were Jax and Tim were going to beat up on Paul, and then Jax sticks out his hand and show of respect and be like, "Hey, man, great match." And as for the finish, I'm going to be the one that says I enjoyed it. I liked it. It kept everybody strong, so nobody took the
heavy storytelling
true L. And yeah, the other thing is the element. What is next for Trevor Murdoch? You know, he's pissed. He's got something on his mind. It's a matter of what is it? What is on Trevor Murdoch's mind? And I'm going to tune in and find out because I'm just as wondering as he is, as everybody else, I should say. What is next for Murdoch?
I believe next week is the last week of the tapings that I saw. So after that, it'll be a fresh, new set of tapings, and it'll be interesting to see where they go moving forward now on the CW apps, trying to gain an audience, to maybe even shop around Power at some other point. But yeah, I found this episode went by very, very quickly, and I thought it was a way better episode this week than last week's episode.
Indeed.
Yeah, I agree. This episode kept me intrigued, kept me interested, and I was like, okay. And it was just one thing right after another. So props to the NWA for putting on a damn good show this week. Not every episode is going to be those ones you're like, damn, that was memorable. Some of them are just gonna be like, But this was one of those. All right, I'm invested. I'm interested. I want more. And you're like, wow, 42 minutes. It's already up. Damn.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's what I love about Power, probably more than any other wrestling show. I'm talking SmackDown, Raw, Dynamite, Collision, any of those shows, is that it's digestible. It's easy to find. And before you know it, it's over. I don't have enough time to watch a 3-hour Raw. That's insane. Even if Raw is a great show, dude, I cannot 3 hours. Even my favorite show on TV, like a Game of Thrones or something. Love Game of Thrones. I would not watch Game of Thrones every single week. No. For 3 hours every single week. No, I don't have that kind of time. And a lot of people don't have that kind of time, but Power is perfect, man. That's how it was growing up in the 90s. Kids, you had short hour-long shows. Even WWE Superstars was an hour-long. Action Zone, hour-long. Raw was like, I think at the beginning, Raw was only an hour. maybe 2 hours, but with commercials, it went by pretty quickly. And a lot of the WCW shows, same thing, that were in syndication, just an hour long. It's very digestible. It doesn't, it keeps your attention. And they moved away from that because of advertisers and, that almighty dollar, of course. I get it. But as a fan, it sucks. It's oversaturation. Would you gentlemen agree?
Oh, yeah.
Simply yes.
Well, yeah, that was just my point, is that NWA is the only wrestling show out there that keeps my attention, because it's over before I know it.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. It's like after about an hour, it's like, oh shit, there's more.
Yeah. It's a little too much. It's just too much wrestling on, man. With NWA, it's very quick. It's very simple storytelling, and I like it, man. I like it, and it's also fresh. That I like. Well, Justin, do you want to put out your weekly challenge to Chris Adonis?
Yeah, I was just about to say, where was Chris Adonis?
He's training to kick your ass when they come over to Germany.
Exactly.
Perfecting the master lock. So once again, he's breaking it out. The master lock.
I might have to train the figure for Deathlock again.
Well, let's work on getting some NWA merch, and let's make them our own commercial.
Hell yeah, I'm on board.
There.
But hey, I would actually kind of like to push something just for anybody that's listening. I don't know if they're going to be in the area or not, but I figured I would throw out NWA Exodus Pro's colder weather show happening December 1st at the Tree Lawn Music Hall in Cleveland, Ohio. Honestly, I would like to see some of these matches. If they did like a stream of it, I would honestly like to. I'd pay like.
I bet these guys can go too.
I'd pay like $15-20 to watch this show. I mean, listen to some of these matches. Carson Drake, who we just saw in tonight's episode, with Aaron Stevens versus Man Bun Jesus and a Groovy Grizzly.
Oh, Man Bun Jesus.
Groovy Grizzly?
Yep. You also have J-Rock and Rex Brody versus the Slime Balls.
The Slime Balls.
Slime Ball City.
And then you also have a Mission Pro Championship and OVW Women's Championship match. Missa Kate versus Tiffany Nieves.
Ooh, I like all this. I wish they would do a pay-per-view and be like Worlds Collide, and you just put Exodus on there, then you put Ohio Valley, NWA, and just have an absolute killer card. Wouldn't that be awesome?
Yeah. Oh, this match would be cool. Very, very interesting, though. The Beautiful Disasters versus Chelsea and Heath Slater.
Ooh.
I was just about to say Chelsea Green? Wait a minute.
Shut up.
Don't tell me to shut up.
Shut up. And then you have the NWA World's Television. Oh my God. I can't read. I need to put my glasses on. Sorry. Old man pause. The NWA World's Heavyweight title match. It is a no disqualification match. Psycho Boy fodder with Psycho Girl Angelina Love versus the Overman EC3.
That's great. Oh, man.
Oh, damn it.
They should definitely put that on some kind of streaming, like Fight or something.
That's what I'm saying. Put it on like Fight TV
keep
or something.
Yeah, they need to keep us informed of Ohio Valley, of him winning that title, and he needs to bring it out on Power. Honestly, I enjoy it. I kind of think it's cool. It's so different, man. I think that's so. I don't know. I just think that's so fucking cool that they've got these different. They're opening up these different territories where they come in. put on some big shows and then sometimes maybe even combine them. I think that's really cool. It's just got so much potential. As a fan of wrestling, especially independent wrestling, it's exciting.
And then also, I mean, granted, this is going to be further down the road. It was announced today. NWA Paranoia, January 13th, 7 p.m. in Fort Lauderdale.
That sounds like a pay-per-view.
No, because it seems to be a television taping.
Yeah.
Tickets on sale, Fort Lauderdale, July 13th. Join the stars of the National Wrestling Alliance alongside with NWA president and the Smashing Pumpkins' own William Patrick Corrigan as we bring you old school wrestling to the modern with you as a part of our NWA live event television taping experience. Don't miss your chance to see the stars of the National Wrestling Alliance live and in person at this unique venue.
Awesome.
Damn it, I wish I lived in the South. Ugh.
Yeah. You're just going to have to fly down for a show.
I know, but honestly, there's going to be a lot of good wrestling coming up within the next several months, and it's just a matter of what else are we going to see.
Yeah. Well, dude, we have ran out of time for the Hour of Power podcast. This has been a great episode, and I'm looking forward to next week's episode, boys.
Indeed.
Definitely.
Well, Justin, we'll continue to pray for your match against Chris Adonis. That could potentially fucking happen one day.
I hope my prayers go unanswered.
Just keep working those traps, man. That way you can break that master lock.
I still have the plan to low blow him, so yeah.
Ooh,
Coward.
my gosh.
I'm here. What do you
Them
gonna
sexy Jesus.
expect? Should I be just like the faces and say like, oh, please, Chris Adonis, use me in the master log, so I
Fight him
don't
like a
break
man. Don't be a
free.
bitch. Fight him like a man.
Hey, shout out to CJ and the Spectaculars and other members of the NWA roster that have gave us a shout out. We are not worthy of your time. Thank you very much.
Yeah, no shit. We appreciate you guys.
Mm-hmm.
But
Absolutely.
until next time, ladies and gents, we shall see you down the road.
See ya.
And always remember, stay powered.
Shut up.
What the?